In Africa, big cats have an effective way to prey. Because much of their prey in Africa congregate in herds as they travel, it's far too dangerous for big cats such as lions and leopards and cheetahs to just jump in there and snatch one out. As a result, they have developed a certain tactic in order to catch their prey. Because if we think about it, the cats, if they try to attack a water buffalo, they have big horns, which will injure them, perhaps kill them. In the case of animals like zebras, a herd of zebras, they're camouflage. It's hard for a predator to single out one zebra to attack. So they have developed this technique. And the technique that these big cats have developed is to instill fear in the herd and confusion. And in this fear and confusion, the hopes that one of the weaker minded of the herd will break off from the herd and be left alone, defenseless, vulnerable, and ultimately killed. 1 Peter 5:8 says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." I'd like to speak to you about the story of Job. And he very much epitomizes this story in a spiritual sense. We must always stay close to God. He is our herd. He is our protector. He is our shepherd, as you know the Bible often says, protecting us from the ravenous wolves and lions of the world. And we already know that the Bible is called Satan, the ravenous lion. And we will see that in time of despair, Job pulled close to God and stayed with God despite all of the things that was happening to him. Even though Satan tried to pull Job from God's presence. In Job 1, 9 and 10, I will quote from the Bible, Satan saying, "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the works of his hands so that his flock and herds are spread throughout the land." Okay, so now Satan's like, well, God, he's real close, to you. You're covering him. He's in the herd. Separate him from the herd, and I'll get him. Separate him from the herd, and I'll get him. So God had faith in Job because Job had faith in him. Job lost his children, his servants, his livestock. His health began to fail. His reputation faltered. His wife turned against the Lord, and his friends doubted his piety. And yet, Job 1:22, in all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. That's from J. Vernon McGee's commentary on Job, which is a good book, and it's backwards. But if you get a chance, you can get this at any kind of Christian bookstore. It's a terrific read and understanding the story of Job. Now, I would like to also say that according to McGee, light is for darkness, and God puts us in darkness so that our light will shine. And keep that in mind, because Job was placed in a really bad situation. He suffered through things that I frankly don't believe any of us have gone through before. And God willing, we'll never have to go through. But Job's trials are a testimony not only to his faithfulness in God, but God's faithfulness to Job. And see, faith unwavering, is us glorifying God, I believe. So, in conclusion, God's plan, as this relates to Job, is revealed through eons of time. Job was cast into darkness so that his light would shine. Shine in such a way that right here, right now, you and I both can see the path that God wants us to walk. Thousands and thousands of years later, his light still shines. So, be a light yourself and illuminate the path for others who may be lost in the darkness. Thank you.